I'm going to mute everybody and then Paul's going to talk. Or either just not say anything while Paul speaks.
All right, Jumbo, everybody. It is another beautiful Friday. I think this is our fifth. This is our fifth. It's been a lot. We've been doing it consistently, and it has been a beautiful, beautiful outcome. We have gotten people from everywhere coming in. It has been nothing but good vibes. This proves that good vibes is not just standing by somebody, but the connection goes all through. No walls can stop it. No Wi-Fi can stop it. We are here. We see each other and we feel each other. And we are feeling this because every Friday it's going down in the house.
Really? Okay.
While we in the house, we know how to make a good old house party. If we know how to do one thing, we know how to party. So, as you know, every week since we've been under this quarantine, I've kind of had like a thought, something for us to think about this week. Um, and you know, a lot happened this past week, or a lot has been made. We've been made aware of things. Two things: police brutality. Brother Ahmad, what's his last name? Brother Ahmad, the brother that was killed
Arby. Ahmad
by
Arby.
by brother Ahmad Arvey, who was killed, murdered while jogging in Georgia. Also, brother Sean Reed in Indianapolis, who was killed by the police as well. I'm thinking of, if you look throughout history, there used to be a banner, a flag that the NAACP would hang out their window every day a black person was lynched. And the flag would say a black person was lynched today. And thinking about those events, I've been concerned, especially with Brother Ahmad's case, because if you're not aware, that happened all the way in February, and it was only brought to the media because there was video footage, and so I have mixed emotions about the video. You know, they've arrested the father and the son, but I'm not sure if they didn't arrest them because they saw the video. They arrested them because we saw the video. And so I want to make sure that we are sending out good prayers and good energy to that situation and to that family, that they be brought to justice. Because again, it's a classic case of the white supremacy. The father is have former ties to the police department, so we know when there's a will, there's a way, and we know that corruption exists on so many fronts. So we want to always be aware, not just cases that make it to the media, but we know this is an everyday situation. We are less than 2 degrees away from someone that has been a victim of police brutality, either through murder or through injury. And so we want to make sure that despite this coronavirus being kind of the priority as far as concerns, that we still have brothers and sisters that look like us who are still torn and who are dealing with the trauma of police brutality. So let's say their names, Brother Sean Reed and Ahmad Arvey. And in the spirit of that, we can't forget to take care of ourselves. And one of the things that really has been on my mind this week is to do something that brings me joy. We have to be happy. This week, I did 2 things that brought me joy. I planted a vegetable garden, which had been sitting in my head for a long time. I actually got up, got the crates, got the lining, and I planted some tomatoes, some spinach, some lettuce, some mint, some basil, and some parsley. So I'm excited to see those come up. I feel my daddy's Southern boy roots coming in my veins. So I did that, but also in the spirit of joy, I read. When I moved, the biggest thing to move was my books. I think I had about 20 milk crates full of books. So I want to challenge you this week to please start a book. I don't care how long, how short we are storytellers. We are walking books. Come on, people. So make sure you take some time during this quarantine this week to sit down and remember the joy of reading a book. Read a book, hold your joy, and remember our brothers and sisters who are ever and perpetually dealing with trauma. Those are my words for this week. And I turn it over to our lovely hostess, the one and only Mama Oni Lasana.
Yay! Well, since it's just a few of us, I like that. I like that it's just a few of us. In 5 minutes, a sister's going to come on named Shirley. Did I write her name down? Shirley Mays. But before she comes on, I want to share something that happened to me this week. And I'm glad it's just a few of you all because I'm not a big singer. But I woke up after seeing all these terrible things on the news. I had to walk away from the news when I saw the video of the young brother getting shot.
Yeah.
I woke up and the song was in my head. And I looked and it just was in my head. I didn't know where it came from, but you're going to know the song. I don't know if Paul will know it because this is like an old school song.
You know I'm
Old school. But I love the words and I'm going to attempt to sing the song. And when you hear the chorus, just give me a amen, hallelujah. If you know the song, you could sing it along with me. Paul, I have to make you the co-host so you can unmute everybody, okay?
Right.
Yes. So I'm going to start the song and see if you'll know it and recognize it. Many people have sang this song. Miriam Makeba, Nina Simone, Bobby McFerrin, the Heptones have sang this song. And it was written by a Caucasian man named Bob Dylan. They say man must need protection. They say every man distance is not near. So I remember every face of everyone who brought me here. I see my light come shining from the west unto the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. They say every man must need protection. They say that every man must fall. Yet I swear I see my reflection someplace so high above this wall. I see my light come shining. Come on, y'all.
Yeah.
From the west unto the east. Yeah, 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 yeah. Any day now. Any day now. I shall be released.
Yeah.
Down here next to me in this lonely crowd is a man who swears he's not to blame. All day long you hear him crying out so loud that he was not framed. But we know he was, cause I see my love light shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. All right. Thank you. company. We
Right.
have more company. We have Nasir. Nasir, you came back to finish up your story, right?
Okay.
All right. And we have Mama Anita.
I don't know.
Hello.
And Adara.
All right.
Brother Nasir is here.
I see Adara's coming in.
Yeah, Dara's coming in. We have
Hey,
Anita
Nasir.
B. Hi, Adara.
Good evening.
Hey.
Mama Jawara, lift
Yes,
yours up so we
well,
can see your gay leg. Lift it up, your camera up a little bit more. Welcome, Anita. Welcome, Brother Nasir. Hi, Adara.
Hello.
hi.
Hi, Adara. Adara. You want us to get it right, girl, right? Adara. Okay, I see you.
Right. Adara.
I dare you.
Right.
I dare you to get it
Yeah.
wrong. I dare you to get it wrong.
At first.
I dare you to get it wrong.
Right.
I just missed my song. And who wants to say something or give us a story or a poem?
I want to
Who's up?
share
You want to share? Okay, Mama
Yes.
Jawara. All right.
during this whole epidemic, I have decided to maintain my joy.
Yes.
And so I try to do something every day that makes me happy. And today, like I said, I got rid of 10 trash bags of documents, 10 gigantic bags. And this week, Paul, I also planted a garden out on my balcony.
Beautiful.
And I found out that they are trying to control the seeds. Bill Gates is part of it. They're trying to control the seeds so that they're already trying to take the seeds out of all the fruit and vegetables, but they're trying to control the seeds, and the farmers are complaining that they have to pay for seeds because whatever that stuff they spray on the vegetables that, it's a popular name, but it kills the vegetables. So they have made,
Monsanto?
I don't know what it is, but they said that the farmer says that if they just use their own seeds, whatever they have put in it kills their seeds, and they have to buy their seeds from the big organization, and it only comes back one time. It won't come back again. You have to repart it each time. And it's expensive to buy the seeds after. So if you get seeds in anything, save them. And my hat is from my girlfriend went on Ancestry.com and found out that both her parents were Yoruba. And she gave
Jawara, we can't see you. You just dropped
oh,
out.
she gave it to me. She gave me the fabric. And so I put it, I tried to wrap it, and you can hear it. Can you hear it?
Oh, it's hard.
You hear it? Yes, it's
Yeah.
a certain kind of fabric. She didn't know what it was, but somebody amongst us will know what this is.
It's
But
a
yes.
crepe. They call it like a crepe.
Yeah, it's like crepe. Yes.
Yes.
So
So
that's
it's
what I
already
wanted to
it's
share.
already made up.
It's just one big piece of fabric. And I wrapped it. Yeah. Why am I hearing an echo of my voice?
I'm hearing an echo.
Paul, why is she hearing an echo?
Everybody just leave her open.
What? Finished. Today on the radio talking about finances in the family, and it said challenge family members to clear up there and get a better credit score. Up to 7 because things are going to get worse and we're going to need each other. And so they said challenge your family to improve their credit. Okay, that's my for the week. I'm good. Hey,
Thank you, Jawar.
there's Irma.
Did everybody get their stimulus check?
No.
Who got there? Raise your hand. Who got their stimulus check? You did? Hello, Zora Neale Hurston. Zora.
Uh-oh.
Zora Neale Hurston showed up, y'all.
Oh, wow.
Do you see her
Yeah.
over
I
there?
got to hold on.
Zora. Okay.
I have one of my friends gave me
Interested to
some
know about the
artwork.
seeds.
They gave me some artwork. They made a creation of Zora Neale Hurston.
Wow, that's cool.
So now we got her right here on the screen.
Right. Irma.
We got Mama Oni, can you go back to being host? Because it's hard for me to mute and unmute on my phone.
Oh, is it? Okay, sure.
Yeah. Because she needs to be unmuted.
Oh, so, all right. So, anyone else want to share first? Nasir, we're going to get to you in a minute, but we have some new people we want to hear from first, okay? We just want to share, because, you know, we're all going through this thing here, this plague, and it's kind of depressing and sad, and a lot of people are dying, and children are dying now, too, from things that's related to it. And it's just very sad that children so young have to be affected by this in our families. So did anyone have a story to share or anything to share? I have, before we, Nzinga? Nzinga,
I like
Can
to
you hear me?
yes.
Can you hear me?
Okay, yes.
Well, I would just say happy Mother's Day to all the mother spirits, to all the mothers here. We had a beautiful Zoom Ascension Day, remembering Eric and the wonderful being that he is. It was just awesome. Paul hosted it. It was very nice. Mama Irma's youngest son. I just want to tell you, be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry. I know it's a natural mystic going through the air, but that's just the way it is. And we have to know whose we are. And when we stand in the light and know that every moment is sacred, every moment is a gift. You don't have to worry. Use it, use it, use it, use it, use it. Love yourself. Be humankind again, not robot. They want us to make a robot, the AI, artificial intelligence. But we more intelligent than that, ain't we? Yeah, people, we more intelligent to become artificial intelligence. Don't let them put a chip in your hand. Don't let them assume the command. We can't fall by the wayside. We must rise on the inside. We must know we have the power to overcome the hour. Don't let fear or anything that ain't real come about you. I say, wake up, my people, wake up. Wake up and rise up. Happy Mother's Day. That was just a freestyle.
Thanks, Nzinga.
Yes. We got the power. Let's rise up. We are more intelligent.
That was beautiful. I love how you touched on the AI,
Yeah.
which is Nasir, if you don't know, artificial intelligence. That's what it stands for, AI. And I don't know, I can't remember what state or city it was, but there is a state and city that just approved, Washington, just approved AI intelligence to be, facial recognition. So you can now be indicted for facial, if they scan your face, and that's the same thing that shows up on a phone or whatever crime you did. and they have it on a video camera. Face AI is now using facial recognition.
Oh,
Yep. Same thing they do in China.
Oh,
yeah, but they can be wrong.
Exactly. Computers can be wrong. Thank you. I'm glad you brought up that because I didn't want to go too far into it, but I'm really glad and think that
Yes, it could be wrong.
sharing.
so I'm gonna have to wear this face.
Which one is that? Oh, let me see.
Oni.
They ain't gonna recognize. They ain't gonna recognize me now.
That
They ain't
works.
gonna recognize me now. That's for sure.
That works.
You think they're gonna get me, Nasir? Huh? You think they're gonna get me now? I'm hiding, boy. I'm hiding. Oh, wow. Well, that's good to know. That's good to know. You know, this
Yeah,
is why we
thank
want to
you.
get together so we can share the knowledge and share with all these little secret things we finding out.
Yes.
Yes.
We were supposed to have someone to come on to talk about gardening and talk about how to plant things and gardening. Her name is Kente, and she's supposed to show up. And we also were supposed to show up at 7:30. This other sister named Shirley Mays, who is a consultant for if you want to write a book. She has a company called Rise, Shine, and Succeed. And I found her on Black authors, writers, and poets worldwide. And she was supposed to come at 7:30, but maybe she's tied up. And you know, people, if it's not a regularly scheduled thing, they're doing their thing. So, but we're so happy to see Anita be here from Florida, Miami, Florida, my girl over there in the black. Anita, smile. Stop looking so serious. Anita makes beautiful jewelry, and I'm coaching her to be a storyteller. They need some storytellers in Miami, Florida, like Anita. And also down the bottom, we'll see Janice Green. Anita Janice, to those of you already know, but Janice is the president of the National Association of Black Storytellers. And she always hangs out with Keepers of the Culture, so because we love her. We love her the best.
Hey.
Hey, Jan. So, Birdie, you said you had something you want to share?
Yeah, you know what? I just wanted to say basically what Nzinga said, but not as poetically. I wanted to tell all the mothers Happy Mother's Day.
All right.
And you're wishing everybody Mother's Day, don't forget, it's not just about biology, because many of our mothers that never had kids are loving mother figures to a lot of children. I know I had a number of relatives in my family. My dad's great aunts, my dad's aunts, my great aunts that never had children, but they mothered so many members of my family.
Right.
And part of that reason why a number of my great aunts never had children was because just a horrible thing that happened in Texas. A lot of our Black, these women I'm talking about were born in the like 1908, 1905, the early part of the 20th century, and a lot of them were sterilized. That when they went through that that horrible thing in Texas, probably in other states of the union also, a lot of Black women were sterilized. And but getting back to the positive, they a lot of my great aunts were great mother figures to a lot of family members and also other people in the community. So I wanted to say Happy Mother's Day to them all. That's all. That's
Thank
it.
you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. How about Shirley? Shirley, did you bring a story?
No, I didn't. I sort of came as an observer today.
Welcome, Shirley.
Thank you.
Shirley Johnson is from what is your group in New Jersey name?
Well, my particular company is called Sankofa Stories. I'm associated with the Montclair group that is the New Jersey Storytelling Guild, and also the New Jersey Storytelling Network. So, and then I cross the waters to go over to New York sometimes with Thelma and Joyce and their group. So I like to learn from all areas, and that's basically what I do.
Well, I'm glad you joined us tonight. Thank you. And
Thank you.
come back and bring a story, because we really want to share stories with one another so that we can just enrich each other, you know, and build up each other and uplift one another. So even your story of Sankofa, it's called, the story of your company. So what type of stories do you tell? What do you feature?
I feature African American stories and multicultural stories, but mainly African American, and some personal stories, working on developing that too. I've been telling to seniors lately in the nursing homes and assisted living facilities, and that really has cut down. They've asked us to come, even though they're on shutdown, because they've developed a studio. And the studio you can go into and just be alone, and they pipe it into the rooms. I realize that's a great thing, but right now, being of the susceptible age community, I'm a little uncomfortable with doing it right now. So I told her maybe a little later, you know, told the groups, and some groups, some of the assisted living facilities have shut down altogether.
But that's a great idea. That's a great idea that they even want you to come and record. Wonderful. And which part of New Jersey are you in again?
I'm in Essex County.
Essex County. Okay.
North Jersey, so to speak.
Okay. Any city that we're familiar with?
Newark is the closest large city to me.
All
and
right,
I live in East Orange. But
all right. Yeah. We know where you at, girl. All right.
All right.
Well, thank you. I hope you come back again next week and bring us a story.
Well, thank you. This is an every week thing.
Yes, every Friday.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. And bring us a story next time. I don't want to put you on the spot since this is your first time.
Well, thank you for not putting me on the spot.
But I did get you to tell your story, right? Which was good. And it's so nice to meet you.
This Zoom venue is new, and it's very interesting that people can get together from all over. I like that.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's a beautiful thing. And you know, we like getting together. Thank you so much. I hope you come back next Friday and share a story with us.
Thank you. I will.
Oh, nice. Storytelling Irma, I unmuted you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to tell a story. I don't know. It's just off the top of my head, because we were telling stories last week about our culture and hats and going to church and all that kind of stuff. And so with the theme of hats, it just reminded me of me as a little girl and how I used to go to church. Now, I talked to a friend of mine today. She's been my friend since first grade, and she still lives in Easton, Maryland, and that's where I hail from. Now, we talked about last week, I know we were talking about what we wore to church. Well, everybody where I came up wore hats. You had to have your head covered. My Aunt Elsie said, you got to have a hat on your head. I don't know why, but all the women wore different hats. I happened to find, this looks like one of the old hats that they would have worn. My Aunt Elsie would probably have worn this. She was 95 when she died, and very frugal. She would say, I don't come for form or fashion. I just come to praise the Lord. And she would wear the same old straw hat, and she put a different bow on it for every season, you know. And us kids, we would have to wear them little crinoline dresses that stuck to your butt, and you would feel all hurt on inside, and you'd have those little black patent leather shoes. You remember them with the anklets? And when they got a little old or they didn't shine, you had to put a little Vaseline on them and shine them up. just like you shine your little legs up so they could be all shiny. Didn't want to have no ash come to it. Everybody wore hats and everybody went to church. Now, my Aunt Bernice, she was the rebel of the group. And she was a pretty woman. She never had children of her own, but she was our favorite aunt. Aunt Bernice came to town. It was going to be partying time. She always brought us gifts, and she always was laughing. I don't know why she laughed so much, but everybody loved Aunt Bernice. Now, she came whenever my grandmother said we're having a special day. She would come from Princeton, New Jersey, and she would come because her mother said you got to come to family day or whatever day it was that she was having. Even my dad, who was allergic to church, he would even come on those days, you know. I'm gonna tell you about this one particular time. We were in this church, and it's a small little family church. Everybody knew everybody. Got a pot belly stove in the middle. Just imagine this little AME church. Everybody had to go. I didn't want to go because I had to wear a hat and I had to wear a little tam, you know, little white hair, a little like a thing on the top where you could just pull it up, you know. I don't know what that was for. But anyway, we were all gathered at the church and Aunt Bernice was there too. Now, I didn't know why Aunt Bernice was so happy all the time, but I found out that day church was quiet. My grandmother was the mother of the church, Aunt Annie. Everybody called her Aunt Annie. And she wore a big, tall white hat, and she always gave communion, and she always prayed. Oh my God, don't let grandma pray for you. She put all your business on the street. She up there praying, Lord, help my old drunken son Russell. Let him come on in, Lord. And Lord, give my sister Sarah here, give her the ability to play that piano. She ain't never had a lesson in her life, but she can play that piano. She picked some chickens during the week, but she's Miss Teton. She can play that piano. Oh Lord, and she would go, and on down the line, down the line. She would pray for everybody. And she's up there praying this time. And my Aunt Bernice, I saw her right at the corner of my eye. She's in there fiddling in that pocketbook. Well, that's where her happiness was. She had all them little bottles in her pocket with spirit, a different kind of spirit. The spirit of Jack Daniels, the spirit of Old Crow, Granddaddy, Bellows, all those. And she was fiddling. She wasn't paying no attention. One of them bottles fell out of her pocketbook and started rolling down the front. Well, sir, that woman got on her knees and was crawling to the front of that church to get that bottle before it got up there to my grandmother. My grandmother started praying, and Aunt Bernice got almost to the front. And she grabbed that bottle and she said, "Thank you, Jesus." And when she said, "Thank you, Jesus," like that, my grandmother said, "Oh, my girl had got the Holy Ghost. I know she would come in." And everybody started singing, "Oh, one glad morning, when this life is over, I away." Well, Aunt Bernice was just happy because she had gotten her bottle, right? And I saw it. I saw it all at the corner of my eye. Things started happening. You know, when they start singing that song and they think somebody got saved, oh, they was happy carrying on, and the Holy Ghost was in there, and they just started jumping up, and I saw something that kind of scared me a little bit. Yes, they were getting it on. They were getting it like that. Yes, they were singing. And I'm just looking. I'm a little thing, and I'm looking. I see this woman. She was real heavy. I mean, real heavy. I didn't want to sit alongside of her. And she got happy. And she had this long hair down to her shoulder and one of them big wide hats. And the Holy Ghost got into her. And she started shaking and moving. And she started running around that church. Oh, she ran around the church 2 or 3 times. I didn't think she could run that fast. And then she fell out. Well, the ushers came and they had these white cloths. They always covered the women so they would be decent and in order. But they covered the wrong thing on her. They covered her knees falling down, but that hat fell off. And don't you know, she didn't have no hair. And that wasn't good in those days. That wasn't the style then. Her head was as naked as a jaybird, I tell you. And me and my girlfriend, we started laughing. We thought that was so funny. We thought it was funny, but everything is funnier in church, you know. Everybody kept on singing. Now, I tell you, church was little. So me and my girlfriend, the same one that I was talking today, Mary Francis, we were sitting, and Elsie Mae, we were all sitting behind our mothers. Our mothers were the two Alices of the church. My mother named Alice, and so was their mother named Alice. The two left-handed Alices, and they were singing, and they were just really into it, had their hymnals open, and they was just singing and singing, and we kept cutting up and acting a fool. Well, honey, don't you know, all of a sudden, the Alice that wasn't my Alice, Mary Francis's Alice, didn't miss a beat. I don't know how she knew where we were. Took that left hand and gave a backhand whack, and Mary Francis' head went into Elsie Mae's head, and the hats fell off, and I was, I thought it was so funny. Well, little did I know Mama had a left hand, and she didn't miss. Hit by the head, and that tam came off. Now, you talk about three girls straightened up. That's where I learned how to act in church. I tell you, children, you can't be cutting up in church like that. From that day on, they taught me that scripture about every knee shall bow, every tongue confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. And I kept that in my heart. I know how when I go to church now, if I get tickled, I still don't laugh. Now, Aunt Bernice, she did finally go on and get right. You know, she stopped all that foolishness with having that spirit in her pocket. And I remember Aunt Bernice. You know, you always remember your aunts. You know, they don't have to be mothers, but I remember Aunt Bernice for her great macaroni and cheese. That woman could make some macaroni and cheese. I don't know what she put in it. Later on, my aunt was in a nursing home where I was working. Oh, went off. And I asked my cousin, I said, Debbie, I said, what did Aunt Bernice put in her macaroni and cheese to make it so good? Girl, don't you know? Aunt Bernice used to put vodka in her macaroni and cheese. I said, you lying. You ain't even nobody put that vodka in macaroni and cheese. I'm going to ask Aunt Emma. So I asked my aunt, I said, Aunt Emma, did your sister put vodka in macaroni and cheese? She said, child, you never know what Bernice might do. I wouldn't put it past her. So I don't know. One of these days I'm going to try and see if it works. But that's my story. Thank you. Now I don't see myself now. I'm off. My whole screen went black. All I see is Oni's picture. Now I see something say Michelle's iPhone. See, that's what happened when I tell a story. Everything goes black. There you are.
Oni, you're muted. We can't hear you, Oni.
Oh, I'm saying I'm unmuting you. I'm unmuting you. Hey,
Okay.
Michelle.
Yeah, I'm back.
Hi,
Can't hear
Sandra.
you. Sandra, can you see me? Can you hear me?
Tetra.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
All right. So I'm getting.
Oh.
All right. So I unmuted everybody, but when someone's speaking, we're just going to keep quiet if we can. But that was funny. That was a nice story, Irma. Where did Irma
That
go?
was hilarious.
Where did Irma go?
It's still here. I don't know what y'all did. It went black after.
I ain't doing nothing to you yet. Where you at, girl?
We got two of Michelle.
Yeah, but Irma,
We got two Michelle.
Irma needs to come back in. I think she left the meeting.
No, I didn't leave the meeting. I'm here.
But your
But we
picture
can't
is
see
black.
you.
Oh, there she is.
You see
But
me
her
there?
picture is
I got,
black.
Turn your
I got
video.
two Michelle.
Yeah, turn your
There
video
you
back
go.
on.
That was
Got you.
Irma, you wearing that hat?
You wearing a Zora Hurston hat, right?
Yeah, you wearing that hat.
You want a Zora on us.
You cannot unmute.
You can. I want to welcome Tetra. Says hi. Who invited you, my dear beloved?
Hello, Tetra.
Who?
Hello.
Hi, this is Kenty.
Where's Kenty?
I'm right here.
What is your name on
But
your
you got a
screen?
different name.
You don't see me?
It says Tetra.
It says, it doesn't say Kente. It says Tetra. Is that you?
No, I'm not Tetra. I'm Ken T.
Oh, well, I have to rename you because it's showing Tetra. How do you spell your name, sis? How do you
I
spell
don't
your
know.
name?
But are you
Okay.
getting a visual?
Yes, I see you fine.
You see me?
I won't be on them too long because I gotta take a shower.
What is your, how do you spell your name?
Me, Khenti.
Kenti. Okay,
Yeah.
welcome.
Hi.
I was just, hello. We were just speaking about you because you, who said they were planting seeds?
I'm a gardener. I have a mini farm down at Eastwood Gardens. That's down near the airport at Bartram and Island Avenues. I have a pretty big plot. I've been growing food and medicinal and culinary herbs most of my life.
So my daughter has a garden near Nakia. My stepdaughter, Nakia, do you know her?
At Eastwick?
Yeah, she's at Bartram Gardens. She has a garden there with Nafis and Amina. Her and her two children, my stepdaughter. Anyway,
okay. I
okay,
do
well,
know, I think I know Amina from Urban Tree Connection.
She's a 16, 17. She's a teenager, my granddaughter.
Oh, it might be a different Amina.
Okay, well, we would like to hear a little bit from, unless anyone who was already here wanted to speak. I think we'd love to hear from you. Janice is here, so I'm going to unmute you. And Janice Green. Can you see her?
Yes.
All right. Well, to those of you who are not aware, we'll hear from you, Kente, all right, after we hear from Janice.
Well, we can hear from Kente. Kente was talking, so you can hear from her first. She was already talking about her garden.
Yeah, I don't have a big story about it, but you know, I just feel, especially right now more than ever with everything that's going on, that it's important to grow food and be food security for the community and our loved ones. And you know, so I'm trying to get people down at Eastwick if they're interested in plots. Okay. I'm trying to start a raised bed garden where you build little raised beds for folks in their backyards that can't get down to huge garden plots. I also make semi-precious stone jewelry, as you can see here. So,
beautiful.
Yeah. And here, I have a card of earrings here.
Okay, beautiful.
But yeah. So, if
So
anybody
you want to leave your information, Kente?
You can type in your information in the chat box. Do you know how to do that?
Oh, not yet. Not yet. I could give my email, or, you know, I don't know what would work for people.
Are you on a phone or on a laptop?
I'm on a phone.
Okay, well, I don't know how to guide you from on a phone, but if you can just email us at kotcstorytellers@gmail.
Okay,
KOTC storytellers@gmail, and I'll share it with the group, okay? KOT storytellers with an S @gmail.
Yes.
Okay, and then I can share it with the group. I do a little review of what we experienced together and send it out once a week, just to mention, you know, who came on and things of that nature. So I will add you your information. When you email us, send us your information, because a lot of people don't know that side of town and not familiar with Bartram Gardens.
Well, I'm not in Bartram Gardens. I'm in Eastwick Gardens.
Oh, okay, Eastwick. Oh,
it is located at Bartram and Island Avenues.
Oh, all right, got you.
Yeah, Bartram Gardens is separate. That's a separate, historical garden by John Bartram.
Right, that's where my stepdaughter has her garden. Her and her children, they have their 40 acres. Not quite 40, maybe 4.
4 acres.
They have an acre there and they grow. And Mama Jawara was speaking about Monsanto, what they were doing to the seeds before you
Oh,
came.
yeah. Yeah.
Mama Jawara was telling us about what they were doing to the seeds that people are planting now.
Yes.
And,
Yeah, Monsanto is wicked. The first time I was aware of Monsanto is when I was 12 years old in Disney World, believe it or not. And I saw all these Monsanto signs, and then I forgot about it. Then years later, when I started gardening and I saw Roundup, pesticide, but, weed killer, and I made the connection, I never wanted to go to Disney World again. And another thing Monsanto does, down in South America, you have the indigenous people that have been growing and
I don't know what happened.
sorry about that. Monsanto does is sell the Indian sterile seed. So they grow one crop and they go to save seed from it for next year to plant, and it doesn't well. And the other thing Monsanto has done, there's a lot of healing herbs there that the FDA and Big Pharma don't want here because there's no money in curing people, right?
Right.
So they've copyrighted and patented all the herbs in South America. Yeah.
Wow. That's deep.
Pretty wicked.
I just heard that on the radio today.
Wow.
That whole thing, and Bill
They've been
Gates,
doing this for
and Bill
years.
Gates is part of it. I just heard that today.
Yeah, don't get me started on Mr. Bill Gates with his Africa eugenics plan.
Yeah.
He just gave $5 million to some African elite to so-called, study the pandemic,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he has a patent. He has a patent for the CV virus. He can't fix a computer virus, so how can he fix, They can't, he's a computer guy. He's not a doctor. He can't even fix a computer virus.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Any comments? I can unmute you. Any comments? It was some tapping going on. I didn't know where it was coming from. So,
only I wanted to
I
say.
did have a phone call come in, and I just, disconnected them. Maybe that was what you heard.
Oh yeah, I heard some tapping.
Yeah, it was.
Oni, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Oni?
Yeah.
I just heard everything she was talking about today on WURD.
Yes.
Yeah, word.
On Shamari's show on Fridays from 2 or 3 to 5. He talks about us, our community, and he was talking about that Roundup and how the seeds are sterile. So if you buy something that has seeds, keep your seeds. Maybe they're not sterile seeds. So keep your seeds, dry them out, and plant them yourself. But every Friday, Samari is on Word, and he's talking about finances and food and what we're going to do after this pandemic is over. Yes.
Sandra, you had something to say? Sandra, your hand was
Yes,
raised.
can you hear me?
Sandra
Yes, can you
said
hear
your
me?
hand- yes, we can hear you fine.
Oh, great. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, we had a lot of comments while she was talking. Hi. While she was talking, there were a lot of comments in the chat. I don't know if she was able to see them or not. And I think Lovey had a comment, and a couple other people had a comment about vegetable gardens and food, and that's real important. It's real important to me. And Irma, your story was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. And even to the end when you said, "Oh, that's what happens when I tell a story." It goes black. That was even funny. But yeah, that information is so important about eating. I love to eat, and I love yeah, and I want to know. I want to continue to do that. And if I can't do that, then life's not worth living. You know, we didn't come here to go in the house and starve and look for toilet roll.
Well, I wouldn't mind if you noticed the question in the chat. I wouldn't mind if you want to read them, or because I could use some assistance here. But one of the questions was from Lovey, says, can anyone grow food in their home, yard, or a deck garden? But I think you answered that, didn't you, Kente?
It depends on what you want to grow, but if you have some space, you can grow. I mean, even if you're just growing some sprouts for salad, but if you just get a few pots and some soil, I mean, right now it's cool weather crops. You can grow lettuces, you can grow arugula, radishes, sugar.
Collards? Can collards grow now? I'm not eating that arugula.
Cool. That's cool.
Okay. Yes, you can do collards now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can plant collards now. The seedlings are in the store.
Kale.
And kale, definitely kale. Same family, cruciferous. Yeah.
Did you know that
Kente,
kale
do you
grows
do
on a tree?
Kente?
Excuse me?
Kente, do you do house calls? Do you do house calls, Kente?
Nice house
Do
calls.
I do house calls?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I can do that.
Lovey, did you hear her?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm in Pittsburgh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, you're 6 hours away.
I thought you were asking for yourself, Sandra.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to know that too, but if she has some others there.
This is all.
But that's important if you can do house calls.
I was in Pittsburgh last summer, and I got to see George Clinton's last show.
Wow.
What?
Parliament Funkadelic and the Mary Jane Girls and Zap.
Wow.
So you didn't leave on the mothership with them?
I know, right?
He had and a perfect
Gotta let me ride. Come on and let me ride.
We want the funk.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Rick.
Hey.
Come on, we want the funk. We want the funk.
Oh, yeah, flashlight.
That's before your time, Dara. What do you know about flashlight?
I know a little something. I know a little something.
What you know about flashlight?
Oh, man. I'm a millennial, but I know what you said.
It's funny. I think Janice wanted to be unmuted.
Where's Janice? I'm unmuting her right here because she said she got to go. What you guys say, girl?
Nothing. You've been muting me. I said I can't unmute myself.
Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was saying it's good to grow vegetables because, well, not just the meat shortage, but with all of those people infected, you got to think to yourself, what does that do to the meat? If you're around 200 people that are infected with some kind of virus, that makes you a little leery about the food that they're handling and touching and breathing. I know they got masks and things, but people are
they shut
eating
down the factory.
People need to grow a whole lot of their own vegetables these days. It's funny how Trump used the Defense Production Act to keep the food plant, the meat plants open, but he didn't use it so that they could produce masks and swabs and things like that.
Well, we know he's another star.
Yeah.
Well,
He ain't wrapped too tight.
Speaking of gardens,
to share.
Paul shared his garden.
Ooh,
Garden. He just sent a text earlier.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And he puts it in crates.
Wow.
Crate.
Wow. Oh, yeah, Paul.
And that gave me an idea to do so.
Yeah, that's
nice.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's Paul's garden.
Oh.
Hey, Michelle Washington Wilson.
Hey, I'm on my phone, so, I'm half in, half out, but you know.
At least you're here. I'm glad to see
Yeah.
you.
It's good to see everybody.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Michelle
Hi.
It's good to
Wilson.
be
Hi.
seen.
She's a New Jersey storyteller.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
and Janice is here. You ever met Janice, Michelle? Janice?
Yes.
Janice?
I met Janice and Shirley Johnson is
Shirley's
also
here.
here.
Yeah.
Going in
Hi,
and out.
Janice.
Yeah, she's
Hi.
going in and out. Janice, did you want to share?
I have Mother Mary, since we're talking about Mother's Day.
Whoa.
Oh, how beautiful. I love that picture.
Awesome.
This is a quilt. This is taken from her picture, but Barbara Eady made this quilt square for me. It's a
Oh,
frame
how
of
lovely.
and it says, Mother Mary Carter Smith for Janice Curtis Green, who loved her as a daughter, by Barbara Freeman Eady. Sankofa Quilts, Cleveland, Ohio.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Picture. And so since Mother's Day, Mother Mary, all the Marys in my life. I've had, of course, I'm Catholic, so Mary, the Mother of God. My mother is Mary Evelyn Cecilia Curtis, Mother Mary Carter Smith, and Mother Elizabeth Lang, the foundress of the Oblate Sisters, the Black nuns that were founded in Baltimore City, who taught me and who I'm still very good friends with, my first grade teacher, Sister Virgin A. Fish. And they're the first permanent order of vowed Catholic women of African descent anywhere in the world. And they were founded by an immigrant in Baltimore City, a Black Catholic woman who only spoke French at the time. And there was a large influx of French-speaking immigrants in Baltimore because they were escaping the Haitian Revolution. And so that order of nuns is still around. It's been around for 180 years. And they're still teaching children of color. So I wanted to share that with you on Mother's Day in my Mother Mary Square. And then I have a little poem that I wrote, and I'll share it with you. And then I have to go. I'm getting uncomfortable on this couch because I just finished my boxing class, and I really need to soak because I'm old. So if everybody would mute, so there won't be an echo.
Okay.
Wait a minute. You know I'll mute you too, so just hold up.
You don't accidentally mute me.
You know I'm the mutant mama.
I know that's right. I belong to the Teaching Artists of the Mid-Atlantic, and we have meetings every Monday since this whole coronavirus pandemic over coffee, 9:30 in the morning. I have to turn my video off because at 9:30 in the morning, I don't look videoable. I'm still walking around in my PJs. But one of the ladies gave a whole list of words, about 30 words that she said were creative words. And you have to understand that group is predominantly white. I mean, Tahira, Diane Macklin, and myself are the only 3 Black people that I see on that particular group. Now we have teaching artists of the diaspora, and we're all Black. But so she gave these words, and I put them in a short little poem, and it's 30 words, and I don't know if you're going to be able to pick them out, but it's called Creative Words to Artists During COVID-19. Okay, here we go. It's time to get started. You may not want to hear it. The whole world is changing, but there's no need to fear it. It may be difficult to process staying close, far apart, but closeness is not physical. It's a condition of the heart. Don't sink into frustration. Just believe that you can do it. Remember, you have friends to help and see you through it. Refining your presentation from face-to-face to digital, correcting your platform to market will be pivotal. Don't let doubt be the crutch to stop you when you fail. Adjust, start again, and in time you will prevail. Try multiple ideas. It's good to multitask. If you have trouble understanding, don't be afraid. Just ask. Take breaks, take breaths, take naps if necessary. When you're rested, your mind will be less apt to worry. Find your audience. They need you now for sure. You are the world's most powerful cure. Be proud and embrace the new norm. Don't regret it. When you look back on this challenge, you'll be glad that you met it. See things differently. COVID-19 will pass. Just like Alice, we must search through the looking glass. Design your art to reflect a positive point of view. That old kumbaya spirit is now suddenly new. Find the courage to explore, to learn, and to grow. You'll be surprised to find out how much you just don't know. Dig in with curiosity like a dog with a bone. Connect with other storytellers because you're never alone. Observe the whole world like your next door neighbors and share with gusto the fruits of your labors. Look at change to be an opportunity to be inspired, to inspire, and don't submit to the lure to quit and retire. Take time to let all your dreams incubate, compare with other storytellers and scheme to integrate. Feel your heartbeat, be quiet and nourish your spirit so when creativity hits, you'll be able to hear it. Remember, the best laid plans often go awry. Just study what went wrong and give it another try. Rethink virtual programs to capture the light in children's eyes. Remember, you're a master already, so don't overanalyze. Work hard, stay focused. This is no easy feat, but success will make your victory sweet. Read and research and tell stories that tell how we made it over, of people who walked through barren deserts into green grass and clover. Storytellers bring peace to encourage families through trauma, to remind them that there's joy on the other side of drama. Now imagine a world with no hatred and pain, where people dance in the sun and sing in the rain. People of every color, religion, and sex standing shoulder to face whatever comes next. In fabric, ceramics, and wood finding beauty, remember storytellers, that's our sacred duty. Hearing jazz, bluegrass, classic, every instrument playing, singing opera, hip hop, and gospel voices praying. Remember, scientists and doctors will end this sickness and strife, but storytellers, we're the ventilators who will bring this dying world back to life.
And that's why you the president of NABS.
No.
That's why. Oh my
That's
God.
because Charlie Brown talked me into it.
Thank you, Prez.
No, that's
that is
Prez.
somebody's, and that's why you the president of the National Association of Black Storytellers, because you got it going on. You can make a rhyme anytime. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, girl.
God be the glory.
You bad.
I'm the president of
You
NABS
bad.
because Charlie Brown talked me into it.
You bad. You bad. You
Charlie
bad.
Brown and Mama Linda talked me into it.
They know what they was doing. They ain't stupid.
Enjoy it. That was fat.
That was fat.
I
All
wish
that
I
girl,
had
she
wrote
bad.
that.
Ain't she bad? I tell you.
Yeah, that was bad. Yeah.
I love it. That's great. That was
Yes.
so encouraging, and you just got this natural flow, girlfriend. You go ahead.
I meant to tell you to turn the record off when I did that because, like anything, as soon as I put it together, I go into my account on copyright.gov, and it is copyrighted.
Lock it. Yes, lock it up.
It is locked and loaded, so even
It ain't going nowhere but up in here, okay? So don't get
people say that all the time.
Well, I don't know if I even remember to send it out. You didn't get last week's, did you? So
And don't worry about it, because
don't worry
can't
about that.
nobody do it like you, Prez. Can't nobody do it like you.
Cozy, I'm looking around at these little squares. Cozy, y'all family, so we ain't.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I want to know about the boxing, Janice. You take boxing lessons?
On Nintendo.
I teach at a gym, but I don't teach boxing. I teach step and cycling. But the gym is closed, so the owners gave everybody a gift subscription to Les Mills On Demand. So I can download cycling classes, body pump, kickboxing, and what have you. And I love the body combat classes. So I just took one before I logged on.
Wow.
Yeah, I boxed
because it was rainy outside. I can't afford. You know, when you're in the house, you're sitting. You do most of the things sitting at the computer, looking at TV, sewing, whatever you're doing, you're on your butt.
Yes.
It just starts getting bigger and bigger. You know, so I'm glad I don't dye my hair, because when this is all over, all these people can't get to the hairdresser, the gray will be out. I don't dye my hair. We won't recognize each other. We'll be 10 20
see,
pounds
I
heavier.
like my
You'll be
silver.
great.
Yeah.
I
Your
love my
toenails to
silver.
be
I don't have
scraping
a
on the
problem with it,
floor.
right?
Yes,
Your
yes, that's what they
fingernails to be
want.
all broken. We'll look at each other and say, who are you? You know, so, but I can't afford to, I got a thing about working out, and
Yeah.
I don't
Me
want to gain
too.
weight. I used to weigh I'm only 5 feet tall, and I used to weigh about 175, 180 pounds. And
Ooh.
there was a time that I was a size 16. My brother gave me a size 16 pants for Christmas one year. And no, he actually gave me size 14 and they didn't fit. They were too small. So I went and got a size 16 and they didn't fit either. So I just started, I was like, no more. This is gonna stop. So I decided then to start working out. And so I don't want this thing to make sitting around the house and not going to the gym to cause me to gain weight. So I work out. And if it's sunny out, I go for a 4 or 5 mile walk. Yeah.
Yeah, I exercise with Victoria Jackson right here, and I do weights.
Yeah, I
So,
have some
and
weights
then I
here,
walk.
and I have a cycle here.
Yeah, we
And
walk.
I have some weights.
Me and
So
my husband, we walk around the development, and so I've been trying to keep up my exercising too. But yeah, I'm letting my silver grow. I don't have a problem with it.
I've never dyed my hair.
Yeah,
I ain't got that
I
kind of
used
time.
to.
Oh no, I ain't got
used
that
to
kind
do
of
it
time
myself.
and energy. I'm
I used
not
to do
a
it myself.
long nail, hair dyeing. That's just not me.
Yeah.
It's just not me.
Well, we are natural beauties, and these are
But
my
I want to see
natural
how I
nails.
can get a hat like Sandra and Irma. They wearing them hats and
Look at
Jawara.
Sandra, yeah.
They always, y'all wearing, who are Mount Birdie? All y'all wearing them hats. I'm gonna have to get me one.
Sandra got on her Mountie hat, like she coming in from the mountains.
Hey, she always gets a man like like no. Wait a minute, y'all think about the old songs? Say
Okay,
Hey, Oni,
yes.
like the coasters, just like Northwest Mountie. She always gets a man.
All right, everybody's unmuted.
I'm muted
I
now.
don't want to disappoint the young fella that we invited back to hear the rest
Did he
of
tell
his
the rest of the story yet?
And
Brother Nasir.
Brother Nasir, we want to hear your middle and the ending of your story.
Yeah, that's why I came back this week.
This little brother Nasir. Sorry I have to leave. All right, Shirley. See ya. Thanks for coming.
Bye-bye.
Come any Friday. Okay.
I have to leave too, Oni, but good seeing you guys, and I love you all, and please stay safe.
Happy Mother's Day, Shirley. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Shirley.
Shirley, you went to Catholic school. Oh my, so did Oni and I.
You know you
Shirley went to Catholic
before
school.
the party's over.
Come on, Nazir. I want to hear Nazir's story because I got to go.
Yeah, I want to hear too.
He had to break out. I'm not sure if he's gonna be back in time, but he can always come back next Friday.
Did he get tired of waiting? I don't want to disappoint him.
No, he'll understand. I'm calling him right now to see though.
You sure?
Yes.
So Nazir is going to come back next week?
Yes, he will be back next week. Yes.
Yay!
Then I'll come back.
What I had was an
I want to hear his story. Got my interest on.
Well, he's still here. His name is still up, so he's there. I think he just got sort of disappointed waiting so long. Tell him to come up. He's still here. I still see his name registered.
I went to sleep.
Looked like he was
Look like all these old ladies were boring him to death.
Old lady. Speak for yourself.
Oh,
I ain't never getting old.
But I wear it well.
I ain't never getting old.
All right, Peter Pan.
That's right.
I am, just like my mother.
I am.
Like my mother.
Peter
We are Peter
Pan.
Pan. I ain't getting old. As a matter of fact, I'm getting younger. I'll be crawling around in diapers in a minute.
Curious
Let's
case
go
of
now.
Lasana.
What happened to the little boy?
So he's not answering, and he's not here. He's at his mother's today. So I'm not sure what happened.
He went to sleep.
That's what I thought.
It's past his bedtime.
So what is this little
I'm
group?
gonna get ready to leave myself
Before you
because
leave, Janice, what's this little group that y'all have? This little exclusive group. Can we hear more about it?
what exclusive group?
The little group with you and you said you were in some kind of teaching
Tahira.
artist group.
Oh no, it's the teaching artists. They're the teaching artists of the Mid-Atlantic. Because
Right.
they're teaching artists, it's huge, it's nationwide.
Right.
And
Oh,
my
okay.
group is the Mid-Atlantic, and that includes Delaware and Philadelphia
Oh,
and
okay.
Virginia. Oh no, there's a couple more NABS people in that. Sheila Arnold and Donna
Oh,
Washington.
I know that group. Yeah, I know the
Yeah.
group. Yeah, I know about it. Yeah.
And there's a group of us that sort of spun off from that group. And we're the teaching art. We're called Genesis, the teaching artists of the diaspora. So these are Black artists whose needs are specific to who we are, because everybody else catch a cold. Black folks catch pneumonia.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So is it open to everyone, or is it just where is it, on Facebook?
You can go to TAMA, T-A-M-A, Teaching Artists of the Mid-Atlantic.
Well, it's not just for me. I just thought we'd share the information with everybody who might be interested in it.
Okay, let me put it in the chat.
In the square, in the town square. We can't say in the circle.
So are you guys going to be doing a special storytelling this week?
What guys?
NABS. Is NABS going to be doing special storytelling?
Wednesday at 8:05 Eastern Time.
Better say 8 o'clock CP time.
No, it's 8:05 because if you start on the hour or the half an hour, sometimes you can't get through.
Oh.
Oh.
So it has to be 8:05, or y'all just
get on early. I would suggest you get on early because it might get jammed up when there's a whole lot of people logging on. And you're gonna get a letter from the executive director. It's gonna go out to each member separately to give you the link, or to tell you how to download Start Meeting and to give you the link. So that's coming out. It'll come out twice. It'll come out this weekend, and then it'll come out on Tuesday as a reminder.
And is it okay if I share it with the COATC body, the COATC membership?
Yeah. The people who are going to perform are, of course, Paul Best, who's going to represent COATC, because there are 5 different affiliates. We're breaking it up, 5 in May, 5 in June, and 5 in July. So it's Ivory Williams out of Detroit, Sharon Holly from Tradition Keepers in Buffalo, Marlon Carey from Rhode Island, and I'm trying to think of the 5th one. Oh, Sister Starks out of Utah, and so
when is Paul? When is our president?
He's with that group. He's
there Wednesday. Okay, great.
Wednesday.
Well, we have to be there to support him. So get in early, everyone.
Okay.
And
so we're gonna have some
good
fun
stories because I've been to the rehearsal and they only told a part of their story, so now I want to hear the rest of them.
Nasir, I know. I wish I could get a hold of him. I can't.
Okay, well that's all right. We'll make sure he gets on first next week.
I'm getting ready to pull out anyway.
It's okay.
I definitely need a shower. Happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
Thank you.
Love you all.
Happy Mother's Day to you all.
I enjoy my Friday evenings.
We getting ready. We didn't have some fun. You still ghetto, okay?
Okay.
So I don't care
it's not a Friday evening. It's not. You say it's a Friday evening freestyle. Friday evening free for all.
No, it's some order to it, but I have some laughter relief. So we're gonna do this.
All right.
I'm working on some things. I've been working some things, masks and head wraps to match.
Oh,
Because
those are
when this is
beautiful.
over, we're gonna have to start going out so you can wear this as a head wrap or a scarf,
Wow.
and then the mask to match.
So are you selling them?
When I get enough made, if I get 5 minutes to make enough, sure. They're all stacked up on my sewing machine, unsewn.
Oh, that's nice. That's beautiful. I like the hieroglyphics, the Egyptian hieroglyphics.
Oh, I took scraps of fabric from stuff that I made.
All right, now this is our humor. Thank you, Jan. Thank you, Janice, for
Love
sharing.
you all.
Love you too.
Love you too.
The poem was out of
thank
sight.
you.
Dynamite, fabulous.
Put Mama Murray back here, and I will see you all on Wednesday.
Yes,
All right.
we will be there.
All right.
Take care.
Blessings.
All
Love
right.
you, peace,
Love
blessings.
you.
And remember to grow those vegetables.
Yeah, girl, we have a big garden. Me and
Yes.
my husband. I married a farmer, so I know what time it is.
Mhm.
It's slowing down. It sounds crazy. Y'all hear it?
It's repeating.
All right, I'm gonna unmute y'all and y'all just laugh. You know you ghetto if you have candles, but you never light them and they're dusty. You know you ghetto if you have aluminum trees with a color wheel. Aluminum Christmas tree with a color wheel. You know you ghetto if your trash bag hangs on your refrigerator door. Not to get personal, okay? But you know you ghetto if the patterns in your wallpaper don't line up. Wait, I got something for Irma. Wait, I got something you said, Irma, in your story. Okay, it's something you said in your story. What did you say in your story about your aunt's hair, Irma? I'm gonna unmute you.
Oh, when I talked about that, when she had hair to her shoulder, that one. It was it was really sewed to her hat.
Hold on, I gotta find some funny ones. Yeah, the ones about the beanie. He's called him beanie. All right. You have soda and potato chips for breakfast.
Oh.
You shave your eyebrows off, then draw them back on.
Lord have mercy.
You talk back to the TV. This is me. I know I'm ghetto. You try to take food home from an all-you-eat buffet. That's me. Y'all don't remember record clubs, right? Do you remember record clubs? You read the back. You read the back of everything. Hold on. None of your aunts or uncle is in any way related to your mother or father. Wait, I was gonna do something deep, but it's just us now. What? What you doing, Joar?
Trying to get comfortable.
You know you ghetto because everybody in your family talks at the same time.
Okay, all right.
That's not ghetto.
Okay.
That's enthusiastic.
You have a brother named Stink, Boo, or Pookie.
Now wait a minute now. Now wait a minute. I got
Okay, Bubba.
Don't take it personal.
You get personal now. My cousin named Stink, another named Boo, and my son named Pookie. Now you know.
Okay. Wait. The rear window of your car is filled with stuffed animals. Wait. You eat ghetto snacks. Ghetto snacks. Pork rinds. Pork rinds. I ate them all. Pork rinds. Moon pies with Coke. Pistachio. Salt and vinegar chips.
Yeah, I like salt and vinegar chips. Yeah. About great soda.
You have, wait, your car costs more than your house. Your phone costs more than your rent.
What about the ramen noodles?
The outside of your car has fake wood on it. The outside. Wait. You have so many parking tickets that you have to hide your car.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Wait. You ask for change from the offering plate. You know you get it.
Ghetto.
You can learn the latest dances from your church choir.
Oh.
Wait, this has happened to me. The offering plate at your church goes around 5 times.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I had to get out of there too.
Wait, your wedding dress is also a maternity dress.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. Okay. You and your friends get your picture taken in front of the wicker fan chair. That's old school. The wicker, remember the Huey Newton fan chair?
Yeah.
Oh
Y'all took
yeah.
pictures in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you at a party and you get upset when the DJ doesn't play the long version of Electric Slide. You know you ghetto if the only song of the night that you dance to is the Electric Slide.
Oh.
These people, this girl's crazy. This girl got a PhD.
What's my ramen noodles?
She got a PhD. Okay. You know you ghetto if your favorite song has talking in it. Like, have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? Oh, I lost that girl. I didn't know where she went.
I like that
Have
song
you seen her?
too.
You ghetto if you say any of these phrases. The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. Party over here, party over there. Woo! Party over here. Okay, it's a good one. You've been to more than one play with the word mama in the title. Oh gosh. You need a jump on your car. You need a jump on your car several times a day. But you don't have any jumper cables. In case you was wondering. It says, let the healing begin. Okay. All right. You're known for rolling any of the following: your neck, your eyes, you're good at playing numbers, but not adding them up. Wait. You laugh your head off before you tell a joke and it ain't even funny. We breaking up. This is the book of the hour, the comic relief, straight from the ghetto. And also, you still ghetto.
Honey, that was good.
You got to get your own.
That was funny.
So what you bringing next week, Birdie?
I'm gonna do a poem.
All right.
So get prepared.
I'm gonna have on my ears to listen. You know what I wanted to do? You know, Tabitha Smiley has these cards.
Yeah, you supposed to bring the card.
And I was wanting for us to maybe create a story off of them, and just to motivate the creativity that we all have, and we might not feel as much right now. But it's just interesting. It says focus, like this is focus on who you are. And it says doing your ups and downs and your highs and lows. And lows. I think doing your ups and downs and highs and lows. Focus on who you are, on whose you are, and not on who you are. You are God's child, uniquely and perfectly made. So I was hoping focus on whose you are, who you belong to. And we all are God's children. We all belong to him, right? So that's one on focus. I do these in my poetry workshops, hand them out just at random. And they seem to work. Inquire be it within. The answer to every question in any situation lives within you. The intelligence inside you has all the answers. Consult your inner wisdom. Don't question, analyze, or doubt the first answer it gives you. Listen and obey, and you won't go wrong. So maybe you might not necessarily do this, but I was hoping next week we could bring a poem or a story. Your story was beautiful, Irma, and it was so funny and so relatable. Yeah, it was so relatable. We all know, I tell you a little short story. I have a sister. She's still alive. She'll be 90. I don't know why this. I'm gonna stop recording. Maybe if I stop recording. Yeah.